all, I'm Michael with WriterSanctuary. Now, it's no secret that blogging greatly influenced my writing career. I went from writing a few articles per week on TextBroker to owning and managing several of my own blogs, as well as managing those of various clients. If not for the blogs, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. Now, I've spoken a bit about how blogging affected my writing career, but I don't think I've shared the ins and outs of how. There are quite a few ways that managing a blog can impact everything from writing books to product reviews. If you haven't created a writing blog yet, what are you waiting for? So, how did blogging affect my writing career overall? Now, blogging can do more than just give you an active outlet to share experiences with chance readers. If used properly, a blog is a great base of operations, whether you are a freelancer, author, or labor professional. Now, throughout my career, the blogs I've managed have impacted a lot of what I do today. In a lot of ways, blogging is similar to writing a book. Now, the following points are in no particular order. First, to give me a chance to practice what I learned. Now, by using a blog, I was able to implement everything I've learned from the very beginning, which helped me grow into a freelance writer. Whether it was learning AP-style English or search engine optimization, everything I learned was put into practice on my blog for Writer Sanctuary. Now, you don't have to buy a self-hosted website like I did in the beginning. However, I knew I was going to eventually monetize the website, and most of the free platforms out there for blogging are not as versatile when it comes to making money. Either way, practice makes perfect. The more you utilize the things you learn, the more they become second nature, thus alleviating the need to use generative AI. Now, second, it helped me improve my expertise and authority. Now, expertise and authority are vital for any professional, especially if you're trying to land clients. Blogging gives you a chance to build on those two elements as well as demonstrate your prowess in a specific industry. For example, if you decide to blog about sports as a way to promote yourself as a sports writer, covering your own topics helps build expertise and authority. Now, with as much content as I have on Writer Sanctuary, I have demonstrated that I know a lot about various forms of general writing. My work with Green Geeks has influenced my expertise in WordPress. Now, sure, writing degrees and certificates can help you from the perspective of a resume, but many businesses today are putting emphasis on practical experience. A blog can help show that in a variety of ways. Now, the third way that blogging has changed my writing career is by making myself Googleable. Now, when you Google your name, what comes up at the top of the search results? Blogging can help you secure those top positions in your specific niche or genre as a writer. Now, although it took me a few years, I have top billing for my name ahead of a lawyer and a doctor. I had to write a lot of content and be active on social media, but I am quite easy to find online nowadays. Now, why does this matter? Because as a writer, your name is your brand. This is true whether you want to write books or create blog posts for some giant corporation. Today, a lot of businesses will take a look at your online presence, and being pronounced on Google can do all kinds of things for your writing career. Even traditional publishing houses require, well, not all of them, but a lot of them require that you have a X number of followers, which is awfully silly because it's their job to help promote your book and market anyway. Just sign of the times. Now, the fourth way that blogging has helped my writing career is by creating secondary passive income. Now, using my blogs, I have been able to generate a bit of extra income over the years. First, I made enough money from AdSense revenue to pay for the hosting of the blog's hosting. Then I've sold sponsored content, made a bit of affiliate income, and even sold a few books from the blogs. Now, there are a number of ways you can monetize a website, especially one that is self-hosted. As I said, free blogging sites can only offer so much in terms of making money from your content. Make sure you read the fine print. Now, if you don't care about flexibility, you can also blog for sites like Vocal, Hub Pages, or Medium to generate a bit of extra cash while practicing your writing. The bottom line is that blogging will contribute to passive income while writing about your favorite topics. That is, as long as you're writing about something people want to read. Just because you like it doesn't mean everybody else will. A lot of my blog posts fall flat. A lot of them succeed relatively well. Now, another way blogging has affected my writing career is it helped me build an audience and a fan base. Now, blogging will contribute to helping you build an audience and fan base for your content. Never underestimate the value of a community mindset. A lot of people who subscribe to your blog will inspire you to and are more likely to support your journey in a myriad of ways. Now, I know a few people who follow virtually everything I write and everything I upload to YouTube because they like what I create. One in particular has been around since 2013 when I began blogging about TextBroker. Now, a lot of these people wind up becoming more than just an audience. They can easily become good friends, even if you never meet them in person. You can get quite attached to these people. I know I have. There's a lot of people that are in my audience that I miss when they're not there. So it's not just because of watch time or because I want them to read a blog post, but because they mean quite a bit to me. I hope every one of them is safe and secure at all times. Funny thing about online relationships, you can really care about somebody you've never met. Now, one of my favorite things is to interact with my audience during the live streams on YouTube, and I care about each and every one of them as though they were beloved next door neighbors. Another way blogging has changed my writing career is gives me a reason to try new products and services. Now, when you begin fleshing out a blog with content, one of the best types of posts is a review. Not only do they work exceptionally well for generating clicks on Google, but they also provide an opportunity to earn affiliate income. Well, as long as the product or service has an affiliate account set up. Now, blogging gives you the opportunity to try new goods while you're writing about your experiences. If you're using an ad sharing network like AdSense, you may even earn a few extra bucks over time. For instance, I'm constantly on the lookout for new writing, editing, and development apps to try. Then I share with my audience in the hopes of helping somebody find their next favorite tool. If it wasn't for me trying new things, I would never come across Reedsy. And the Reedsy content has been a major contributor to subscribers, followers, and even income. And it is one of my best brands for writing of all kinds. I'm a strong proponent of Reedsy. I am a little bit disappointed that they hid so much stuff behind the paywall for the studio, but it is what it is. Businesses got to make money too. Regardless, the Reedsy content is some of my most popular, and I found a great app in the process. Another way that blogging affected my writing career was a greater understanding of topics. Now, you should always spend time researching a topic before writing a blog post, even if it's something you think you know inside and out. That way, you can offer the best information possible to your audience. Now, this is especially true if you're writing about technology. Well, things can change overnight. Now, this process greatly improves your knowledge about the topic, which then contributes to the expertise and authority that I mentioned earlier. So it's always worth the time to explore different aspects of what you're writing about. Now, I hate the term fake it until you make it. I would rather learn what I'm writing about and build on that knowledge over time. If I don't know it, I'll look it up and learn. At the end of the day, the more content you create about a certain topic, the greater your understanding of it. That translates to a greater reputation in your field. The eighth way that blogging has affected my writing career is displaying samples of styles for clients. Now, blogging lets you show samples of different types of content for potential clients. That's why it's always good to diversify the styles in which you write. For example, clients can see how I put together reviews, lists, and tutorials on WriterSanctuary.com. And if they like what they see, they can use the contact form to inquire about rates, which happens a lot more than you might think. Unfortunately, a lot of them will bail because I am quite expensive. My time is worth quite a bit for me. Always keep in mind your value. Although I am more partial to writing fiction nowadays, I'm trying to wean myself off of meeting clients to survive. Nonetheless, blogging lets you show off your prowess while writing certain types of content. So writing a review can help you earn money from affiliates and ads, while at the same time tempting clients to pay you for your writing similar content for them. Now, if you're focusing on a particular niche, theoretically, you can make a great deal of money from a variety of channels from a single blog post. Now, the last way that blogging has affected my writing career is that it has inspired fiction writing. Now, blogging about certain topics easily inspired me when I pivoted to writing fiction. Apps, lessons, products, and services fueled my growth as an author. Even today, a lot of the tools I review wind up becoming part of my routine as an author. Now, every time I write about a new service or hammer out something inspirational, I wind up affecting my own mindset. As such, I become more motivated to finish writing the first draft of a new story. Essentially, the more I help hopeful, self-publishing authors, the more I help myself. Now, in the early days, I even tried a few short stories on WriterSanctuary.com as a way to practice fiction writing from WordPress writing prompts. Now, I don't do it as much today as I don't want to confuse the Google algorithm any more than I already do. Well, there you have it. Those are the ways that blogging has affected my writing career, and you should never underestimate the power of a blog. Now, a blog can do a lot for virtually anyone's career. As I pointed out a moment ago, it can help strengthen expertise and authority. So, whether you want a career as a writer or simply want to promote yourself as an electrician, blogging can do a lot for your online reputation. Now, personally, I think everyone should have a blog of some kind. In fact, I would be more likely to trust brands and service professionals if they wrote about their offerings outside of marketing materials. For example, a handyman could easily build up a local reputation by providing tutorials or reviews about equipment, not to mention making a few extra bucks on the side from online revenue. What about lawn care service that shows the best methods for taking care of certain plants or covering various landscaping projects? In fact, on YouTube, you'll find all kinds of service professionals that make videos that are monetized and they make a little bit extra on top. But most of them will do it for marketing purposes. There's a link straight to their website so you can hire them. Now, one of my more recent clients provided information regarding home and auto care for his insurance company's website. Some of the more popular topics centered around ways to prevent damage to the property. Now, blogging can do more than just help you with improving your writing prowess. It's a way to market yourself as a professional, regardless of career or job. And it might just help you land a few local clients in the process. So what would you blog about? Now, I have several blogs that I work on throughout the week. They are niches that highly interest me. The problem is that I don't always have the time to write all the content that I would like. Primarily, though, blogging has greatly influenced all forms of writing in my career, and if it wasn't for the clients, I doubt I would be as successful as I am today. In reality, the blog is what prompted me to build the YouTube channel in the first place. So I know I would never have built the YouTube channel if it weren't for wanting to accentuate the blog posts. It's funny how some things influence the development and success of others. Anywho, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. For videos about blogging, freelance writing, self-publishing, or anything else I cover, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification button. I think it's going to do it for me today. I'm going to get back to working on 7 on Wattpad. I'll see you next time.